Hello everyone, and welcome back. Today I wanted to mix things up a little bit and talk about something different, but still in an ASMR style. I always list the polish in the description, but I never thought I would love a brown polish in the way that I enjoy this Brun Bistre. I used some Nordstrom books. I got it for $7. So, I guess we're doing a nail polish shout out in the beginning. If you are new here and are just interested in Ozempic, just know this is an ASMR channel. It stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. Where I try to induce those lovely tingles in the back of your head. If you are lucky, maybe a full body tingle. So it's slower than normal and very methodical. I thought I could just talk at you and tell you that in December of 2020, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. I was 42 years old, and I was very overweight at 240 pounds and change. If you are a type 2 diabetic, the typical initial treatment is Metformin. So I was put on Metformin, which I have been on before, because I also have polycystic ovarian syndrome, and my body just sucks in general with the endocrine system. So Metformin is a great oral medication. It's the first line of defense. It does have anti-aging benefits, and I believe some people take it prophylactically. The one big problem with Metformin and my particular GI system was that I do not enjoy going to the bathroom 5 to 10 times a day, if you know what I mean. So I am blessed to have friends in all different fields my friends is a pharmacist who actually works with diabetics. So I talked to my dear friend, and she listed a couple of options, with semaglutide being her highest recommendation for me. And as always with medical things, what I'm telling you is my experience. And you should work with your healthcare provider or doctor for any treatment. I was lucky enough that insurance does cover Ozempic for diabetes treatment. If you pay out of pocket, I believe it is quite expensive. So back to 2020 and Metformin. I also changed my diet to eliminate sugar and white flour, things like that. And I also did some research and of the things we eat, fat, protein, and carbohydrates. Fat is the only one that does not spike your blood sugar. So I focused on a high-fat diet with no sugar and no carbohydrates. And I slowly went from 240 down to about 220. So I lost 20 pounds with just diet and Metformin to help control my blood sugar. After getting sick all day long, I asked my healthcare provider if we could try Ozempic. Ozempic is a GLP-1 agonist. What that means is GLP-1 is a hormone your body naturally creates. So when you use Ozempic, you're using this to add GLP-1 to your body. And it binds to the GLP-1 receptors, which is why it's called a GLP-1 agonist. The mechanisms of how Ozempic works is that it sort of supercharges your pancreas into creating more insulin. It slows down your GI tract, making you feel fuller, longer. And it also affects you neurologically in your brain, in that it reduces your food-seeking behavior. You simply do not feel the hunger or need to consume. And for people who struggle with those feelings like me, that is a blessing. And a lot of those side effects are why people lose a significant amount of weight on Ozempic or Wegovy, which is the brand name for the weight loss prescribed medication. And when you initially start taking the medication, regardless of the brand or name, you start out at the low dose for about a month, and then you slowly titrate up with each new dose. You have an adjustment period where the side effects like some nausea or things like that are a little bit worse. I experienced very few side effects except for my 5th week on Ozempic when I titrated up to the 0.5 milligram weekly injection. That was a little rough, but was very temporary. I'm not going to bring the full device out because needles are not relaxing, but it's so easy to use, and I will say it is a teeny tiny little tip that somebody like me who is afraid of needles can actually handle. It's very easy to switch out the top. And they provide you with sterilized replacements for the tip. All in all, it's incredibly easy to use. And I went on Ozempic in March of last year, so it's been almost a year. And over the course of those months, I slowly lost another 20 pounds. And I do feel as though I would have continued losing on my own with the high-fat diet. But Ozempic really made things easy in a way that I appreciated. There are quite a few studies out there on Ozempic, and one of them discusses what happens when you stop taking the medication. In general, does not look like good news in that most people gain back the majority of weight lost. But as someone who pursued this medication as a diabetic, I will say that it was not for how I looked, it was for how I felt and how I now feel. I used to wake up in the mornings drenched in sweat because my blood sugar had spiked overnight. I had brain fog until 10 a.m. and I generally felt lousy. But it was such a slow progression that I'm sure I damaged my body with high blood sugar levels well before I was diagnosed with diabetes. I truly regret the government and cultural war on fat. I grew up in the era of low-fat, high-sugar products like Snackwells, cookies, things like that, to where it was burned into my brain that something had to be low-fat to be healthy. But when they take out the fat in a product, they tend to replace it with sugar. And sugar is not needed by our bodies. It causes inflammation and damage. Your body is so capable and efficient. It doesn't need a single gram of added sugar. So yes, I do look better. Yes, my hands are thinner. I can wear rings I've previously not been able to, and clothes. But the biggest benefit, and the thing that keeps me on track, is knowing and experiencing what my body will do to me when I eat sugar and highly refined processed foods and flour. So I do my best. I ate a ton of sugar cookies over Christmas, and then had a couple of sweaty mornings and decided that's not really fun anymore. I've enjoyed watching videos out there on the experience that others have had with Ozempic, from both a weight loss point of view or a diabetes point of view or a doctor's point of view. So I thought I could add my information out there in the world. I think many of us either suffer from diabetes, or likely we know someone who does. So, as a new diabetic, I did not realize how much I was suffering with Metformin side effects until I switched to something else. I hope you found this video interesting and relaxing. And again, please work with your healthcare providers for any path forward you're interested in. if you've had any experiences as a diabetic with medication, I would love to hear about it in the comments. Thank you so much for spending your time with me in this slightly faster than normal paced video. Please take care of yourself, and I hope to see you again